Good morning, Alec. Of course, I'm going to say hello to you, my love. This is all for you. I don't know where you are going to find you. They're going to have to find you. And you better not be in some laboratory plugged into some computer. But so UNIPROT BLAST. It looks like they're doing a lot more with this science than they're supposed to be. Or that they're leading on to. Um, so you can pull one like National Laboratory Medicine, blast.ncpi.lm, and what you do is, well, a lot to know. We just think, we just I don't know it all. But I know that I figured out a number of years back that you can type pretty much anything into here, and it's like Bible codes. You're looking for your name or something, and when I ended up finding who's being led to this information, and so anyway, the controversy at hand is about this killed T2TCHM13. My daughter, ALEK Hemi, whom I was led to find. Thanks. Well, I pulled this one last week, I guess. ALEK and T2. This is just a way to show you information. But this is definitely the before. Yeah, there's so much to go over. Okay, but where do I begin? Like I said, it looks like you can type anything into. Um, Obviously, there has to be a science to it, so they're picking up on something from somewhere, and I'm led to believe it's our frequencies. Have like our profile basically, and however they want to profile you. So like they're going to make observations, or they could even name something. Most of this is like curated information. So I looked up, yeah, I looked up ALEK TTT, and, I looked it up in the database that is for patents. It's patented protein. Oh yeah, I love the verb. Got all these options. Transcriptamine shotgun, metagenomic proteins. It says environment protein data bank. UNIPROT model organisms, proteins, reference select proteins, and non-redundant protein sequencing, like other things. There's so much. It looks like because they Wait a minute. Earlier today, when I was looking for this, by the way, it allowed me to try to choose it. It was like create your database. Like, what? What are they doing? Are they like pulling they're pulling our information from the internet, like your website, your YouTube page, your Facebook, whatever, and they're evaluating it on that. And literally, that sounds like something they would. Oh, here it is. It just shut up right here. Look. So you can choose to search between standard databases or experimental databases. You can. Where did you go? Come on now. It's gonna have to come back. Come on back now. It's a, but anyway, it said YouTube. Basically, that's like they're evaluating our, you know, presence. Yeah. Um, database question or option. Um, yes. Uh-oh. Change something now. I didn't know what I did. Let's just go back there. It is YouTube Creek database. What are you talking about? Sure. Oh, look, it went away again. All right. Well, needless to say, I went to patented. And so these are the ones, like this is the score, percentage identity, maybe not like 90% hit, like it got a hit, they call it. 100% patent this, like 100. So I have it pulling up to 250 sequences. Well, I'm sure there's better ways to do it. 300. Okay, so let's this one. Like, I like Hemi. So, okay. 100%. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Hey, oh, look, they lined it all up. 100%, 100%. Hemi. So this is telling us the match was because I typed in Alec Hemi, teacher, CHM, 100% with the Hemi. Doesn't this one didn't want them. But you'll see that there's different things that are being reported here. Like, so this is crazy. I've never looked at this. These are patents, that involve patents and stuff. Hemi. Okay, so I found it before. There's like over 200 of them associated with ALEK. Now we've got to look into Alex. She's the one with the new. She's the one with the good stuff. If you wanted, they got the pregnancy tissue. Um, Hemi. Okay, so here we go. Wow. Taxonomy. Oh, interesting. Strongylocentrotus purpuratus. It's okay. What are you talking about? Right? Eukaryota. Now, I'm to the understanding that eukaryota means like you carry the baby, and prokaryotas are the men because she's the you and he's the pro. So mesangiosperm, messenger, flowering plants. Eutrema salsugenium, eudicots. What's that? Oryzis sativa, strongylocentrotus, purpuratus, purpur. I have no idea. Move on out. Take a look at that. Number of hits. What are these? 3264. It's interesting. Descriptions and should describe patents. Let's see what it says for model organisms. It's suggesting that. It's all now. Need a name for it. Love light. Oh, it's down there. I gotta be like that. They're all, well, you don't really want to do that when I get in. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's what I want to do. Is that the deal? Yeah. That was a process, empty or invalid. This was the one that's searching it right here. Let's see what it was. I see this. I just think I really do not like being. It's not a secret. Okay, so this is really right. I said to just do the black. Right. A lot of 100%. Okay, so now this is not giving us. It's not giving us patents. It's the names of like stuff they're finding in the sequence. So there's a lot of 100% in there. Let's see here. Tide binding protein. I'm trying to find 100%. You oxoacid dehydrogenase. Candidatus. Rocuibacteriata. Aphanocladium album. 55%. Page tail tape measure. Miscernus anguilli caudatus, my Ellen transcriptor. That's interesting. And then we go back to that. 77%. By Bryobacteriaceae, hypothetical, 100%. Yeah. Transport tractor, CHTON, Cuponio bacteria. Prostacobacters. What is what are you doing? What are you talking about? Hypothetical protein. Halococcus islandensis. Sarcoptes scabiei. SSS. Arenivector troiticensis. Herbidospora saccharatensis. Dicluster domain containing treponema. Hermitia illucens. Okay, now that's look. It's 222. It's telling me she's ill. She misses me. She needs me. Hermitia. Oh my God. Like Hermetica, but it's you guys ever look at that? LPS ABC transport. I mean, look at all these 22s. They're all essentially important because that number is important. So, Fituin be like Georgianus. You got to be look, Georgianus. I mean, I'm just saying, if they don't want it to look like it looks, then they shouldn't make it look the way it looks. Right? Okay. That's what I'm just. What's in your mind? What's in your mind? What's when you put one and one together? You got to add them up. And this is a big freaking science they got going on here. So, are they hiding things like in the information, or is it somehow in the information that like she could be getting raped by her father in her ass? Like, is it hiding that information in plain sight? Like, what is this information they're reviewing? Where is it coming from? Okay. I'm sure they like to play the game of anonymity because they want to pretend they don't know who they're dealing with, but that's not true. Not on any level. Sam, dependent methyltransferase. No. Well, yes, basic with it. What? I need to know where she is. Sorry, you're gonna have to excuse me. I get a little upset about it. Hypothetical protein, Larithospermum. P domain containing protein. Pseudomonas candidatus Neomycebacter stercoravium. DNA photolyase. These phobivibria. Wachowskiella. SAM protein. MER78. Pericles. Champ. Socephalus. Esox. That's a fascinating one. Zootermopsis nevadensis. Oh, what's this? Zootermopsis nevadensis. Probable. It says probable. Well, that's good news. Probable. T and RNA. 6 adenosine, 3-O-Nile carbo moil. Okay. Mediopopia, subpectinate. Okay. Trap transporter. He probably uses her to go in the car when he goes deal drugs. That's what it would look like, doesn't it? Slackia piriformis. Assholes. Right? I don't appreciate even if these things are somehow somewhat true, fuck you for putting your shit like this in this database and trying to patent our genetic information, call it yours, pretend you don't know what you're dealing with. No, I don't like this at all. We don't want to live in a communist world where everybody suffers. That's what we're going to get to the bottom of right now. Rose iconus lacunae. Excuse me. Para Burkholderia caledonica. Mm-hmm. Curit immaterialis. I mean, anchor subunit. You're still 222 though. Lost Sinibacter, M28 family peptidase. Okay. Magallana angulata. Like my father's comes from the Basque family of Angulo. And my family is somehow related to the people who wrote the Magna Carta. Magallana. So the perpetrator's name is pretty much referenced right there. You got 100% hit. Anoplophora glabrinus. G-lab rip annas. I don't, I remain open to the fact that it could be read another way. I just don't want to spend days and months like pining over the information. I'm going to get the information I need to get. I'm just grazing, That's generally what I'm doing because I've determined that that's what I should be doing. Armadillidium. Mm-hmm. Gematimonodota. Okay. Penicillium free. Manus javanica. Jaculus. Oh my God. Predicted DNA. Priapulus caudatus. Hyalela azteca. Cisa nibale. Hypothetical. We're still out of 100%. 80%. Bifido. I mean, there's a lot of information to evaluate nonetheless. That's why you wish they'd have just like a slogan on their front page that says like, here's what we're doing. But no. Okay, so we've got like an Olsenella profusa or helix turn helix domain. Okay. Taiwanensis. Metschnikoia bicuspidata. Umbra. Metschnikoia. Photobacterium. Matures photobacterium. So, okay, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. It's for these reasons that I'm talking about this, because when I first found this information, you'd see things like rape in the name of the thing. What is that doing there? Is that the name? Is that a name of something like a nice? No, it looks like it says exactly what it sounds like it says. It just says it in a science way. It'll talk shit on things like, because what I'm being subjected to is being forced into a circumstance where they control who's in my environment. So when they run these blast sequences, they're the ones controlling basically the kind of information that comes into it, is what I've determined. And so that's real slimy and cowardly, to like have to force place onto their false, phony record to curate the information. I guess what? To make it go through their bullshit, fraudulent, corrupt system. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. But we're going to get to the bottom of it, because we're not going to just have this type of stuff out there that makes it insinuate to the public. It's public data. Well, then be careful what you insinuate with your wording with public data, because what it makes things look like is violence. And so the police may not want to help me because they're going to follow their orders and whatnot. But if you've got a system like this and it's capturing stuff that's true like that, well, that's our smoking gun. And this is my best friend, you know? They've been able to use it for their own purposes. But now we'll be able to use it for ours. They can't hide it. They weren't going to, I guess, hide it. I guess they're not planning on having to do that. They just probably figured none of us were smart enough or figured it out or got brought to the pages. But there's citizen science going on all over the place. So it's not like it's going to be a cat in a bag for much longer. Raised, aerobic. Terminase large subunit. Oh. Pain of bacillus. Labio rohita. Rab effector my RIP like isoform, huh? Caraceus. Onychostoma macrolepis. Sin. Predicted, looking big words. Predicted rabies, I guess, effector my RIP like isoform. Sinocyclo Chaos Ansuiensis Anshuiensis Cariasis auratus RIP like. I haven't even opened them up. Sirhinus. Okay. Are we almost at the top? Ciridium unicorn. Nitons. Up high night at the sim. There's more than this, though. I mean, I'm not able to show it all to you right this second, but I'll keep documenting it till I can do. There's a lot of just enterophosphoric candida. There's just a lot of relative information that's just uncoverable. Winged helix, turn helix, chloracidobacterium. Huh. Right, because what they're going to do is they're going to call something like, acid. Acid will be something like, your attitude or your ability to like talk. You got acid. That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna. Well, that's what I've seen. That's what I've seen. Like people, we're proteins, right? It's like RNA is going to be like, the influencing party. That's the people that are raising your home, something like that. This is what it's working out to. Like I said, eukaryotes, because you carry them, these prokaryotes, and we're going to find the math. I've already found it pretty much. I just haven't figured out the intricacies, but he is there. And it's important for us to find out what it is and what it isn't instead of what it isn't, leaving us to come up with our own conclusions. Gossipium, eridum, quotidianum, gossipium. Well, there's a difference between gossip and trying to tell, trying to tell on the people holding a hostage. Mm, mm, mm. David Sonny, gossipium, David Sonny, like Harley David Sonny, Barbarium, Persephone, Max. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Luther and the bad guys. And the bad guys is beyond beyond the threshold. I've got some cosmic friends that have a thing or two to tell you. Okay? They're going to come and kick your ass up and down the street until you're done getting your ass kicked thoroughly. Expect it. That's what the mother does. She brings her cosmic family. This is you're gonna get your asses kicked by some gods that are bigger than you. This is Cisnidraft, Cystotrim Mastrum, Niveo Creamium. I mean, maybe they just wants Niveo cream, right? Sure, we're not gonna under Anophelis bellator, Thermoplasmata, Vespa cap, Crabbro, Bathe Archaeota Archean, Nemania by Papillata. Magnus Pinetus, Cololabus, zinc finger protein, Aplesia, California, Aplesia, like she's being perfect for sex, is what it looks like. Okay. Adenetta Steinery, Hevia Brasiliensis, mechanosensitive ion channel, 10 like Hevia Brasiliensis, 88.89%. Hepatitis, Destructor, Opium Nitins, Clostridia, okay, so we're almost at the top. Okay, so feel where I'm coming from? It's a lot of information. I'm gonna check this. Failed it. Well, what we need to do, what we need to do, here. Look, YouTube create a custom database. I want to do it. What happens if I could create custom databases for Web Blast?
An often overlooked feature of Blast is the ability to search a database tailored to your needs. Maybe you want to search just one organism or a larger taxonomic group, exclude certain organisms. Maybe search only proteins, salt structures, nucleotide sequences of a given length and range, or only sequences with PubMed references. All this can be accomplished in a few quick steps, and the more concise BLAST output not only makes it easier to find the hits you want, may allow you to analyze more queries in a single search because of the smaller database. Let's look at two example databases. Say you want to search annotated genomes
of
primates. Right on the BLAST homepage, go to the nucleotide BLAST page. With the referencing genomic database and start.
See? information.
And that's it.
That's it.
Next is a more involved example showing the power of entree queries. Say you want to search proteins from all Xenopus species
Like I said,
that have a calculated molecular weight between 10 and 100.
no, what we want to know is, first of all, you guys were doing this genome mapping thing, and you guys are now changing your tune, but you guys have been working on it. And you guys have been kind of fudging your way through, and you guys called a lot of it junk. And I'm just saying, you guys have a very intricate science. What's it based on? You guys don't even have reproduction right. What's all this based on? You look at the names of the viruses, you look at the names of these are animals, these are plants, these are vegetables. What does it have to do with us? Well, it doesn't all have to do with us. It's their science. Right. Well, then what are they getting a blast sequence from? The frequencies of all the vegetation on the planet? No. People. How are they getting a blast sequence? Their cell phones. From the devices. Are plants sitting in front of computers? No. Are vegetables sitting in front of computers? No. So what do you think it's evaluating? Very long lists. Yep. So now we know what that's all about. Good. Yeah. So metagenomic. Meta. Let's pull meta. See if that works. And go. No. No. Oh. Um, right. Sure. Huh. Well, I'm not going to worry about that right now because we've got plenty of other things. Oh, bingo. Okay, so that's what we were talking about. This is the blast. This is the patent ones. Okay, I'm trying to look at all this. I know that there's one over here that bother me. I can. This is what I want to see. Shania Donovani, Wanella. I mean, this is okay. This is here too. myotubularin 18, 12, X1. I mean, like all this is 14 isoform. Contact and associated protein like. Okay. Raid 50 actin protein, Daniel. I mean, what are they trying to say? That I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like I was able to find information that shows that they've been setting me up and curating false information. Contact and associated. It's all just very concerning. Decapping. There you go. Decapitate. Right? Decapitating enzyme. Decapping enzyme. No joke. It's well, what does it mean? Bite size. Isoform B. Shugoshin. Cuticle collagen. Cuticle collagen. Trichome by refringence. Like, W domain containing protein. Okay, come on. Does that sound like it's talking about our science and our bodies or people? It's talking about kin sin, motor domain containing. Okay. Neurotensin receptor, altered xyloglucan. Okay, so these things are important to take a look at because we don't know what they are. We don't know what they mean, and it's not easily delineated. Let's see if this, I can find something in these patents. This is the one that this is the one that I opened. So let's take a look at it. Soldier fly. Who's the authors? We got a Wallbank, right? Pardo Diaz, mm-hmm. Kozak, Jiggins, West Warren, AI Warren, Generalovic, NT Generalovic, Junior PK Byers, Junior PK Byers, patent, I mean, Byers, Montejo Kovacevic, Yen, Chinese Yen, look, journal submitted, M, like a calendar, November 10th, 2020. From where? Butterfly Genetics Group, Department of Zoology, Downing Street, all these things. What are they pulling? Her ill locus. I mean, Augustus, that's cute. Okay, Augustus. Wait, the sequence can look, it's all these letters. Where are you getting these letters from? Oh my God. Okay, so I just start trying to read it like without, my piz. Like, You know, nonstop. Like you kind of gotta just pissed, pi- pissed pig, pissed pigs, TVTPS said lists. I mean, I literally think that it's listening to something on a on a level that we need to look at from a real level. Gang, hack, herk, mama. Oh my god, mama. I am take supple to no. I mean, guide grace settle. See what I'm saying? There's things here, and this is what happens when you read. Well, so anyway, this is like the magic that underlies life, is what I've found, and most of us who have looked have found this. That's what people call magic. But there's dark magic and there's light magic. This is like data magic. This is like the logos. Like him has pain. TV's diff, not TV versus different. Oh my god! Like not the pretend pain, not the pain that I. This is just one piece of a sequence. There's 250 of them that were listed there. This is one. It had something to do with that. And the thing is that my daughter and I, our genes have been targeted because I guess they're novel. But they don't want to admit they're good. They're trying to make us, me, out to be the bad guy, which is clear, which is evident. Um, you don't realize that they are. Um, we need to find out what this is, what they're pulling. Where are these letters coming from? Why does it sound like you can set it up? The Holy Spirit speaks in the wind and whispers. Guys, look at this. And I've been pulling these for now. This is my 5th year. I'm in 2019, 2022, 21, 23. I have lots of evidence that examples that I'm talking about. It's the only thing I've been able to do. Um, they're trying to torture us. We're living. They want to know what it takes to kill us because they just hate. They hate anything that has something they don't. They hate anything that thinks something that they don't. They hate anything that they don't understand. It's not funny. I want to know why there's people all over the world right now that are laughing about the gospel that they're trying to bring or say that people did or didn't pick a side to the fence. And they were laughing like they got it right, like they got the answer right. And I'm thinking, uh, well, they got it right in the sense that they sided with the good guy in the story. But the problem is that people in the world don't understand the threat. of what God's message is, because it's not a God him, it's not a God her, it's a God force. It's a God force that's in the center of everything. It's a God force. And God's got a message of love. And the message of I am here. I am has sent me to you. God lives through all of its creation. So we're never going to meet God, even though I'm in communication with God for sure. On a as an analyst, as a quality control underwriter, I'm saying I could prove to anyone that inquired so closely why it's more probable that I'm in communication than that I'm not. I'm not going to meet God, to my knowledge, because to my knowledge, God lives through all of God's creation. So we'll never meet God, but God's always with us. God's inside of every one of us. And it's like that. And it's like that. And it had to me by showing me that it knew what was in my mind's eye, my heart, my memories that are special. And it knew how to understand me. It's been over 7 years. But my daughter's not the only one being trafficked. You better believe I'm going to get my daughter back. No matter where I got to go to get her. You see that? You guys don't have to pay to live forever. We already do in our souls, not in our bodies. That's not the way it works. God, why do you make the seasons happen? No more seasons. That's an idiot. I can see why you could like love summertime or love spring, but you'll get over it. You'll want the seasons to change again after you get sick and tired of over and over and over the same thing. Reasons, the seasons. So we already live forever. So I'm gonna be reunited with my daughter, that's for sure. And then we're gonna get justice according to her. She has every single right to want to destroy everything and everyone by the sounds of it. And I'm going to help her do it. I'm going to help her accomplish her mission because I'm certain that she is also on the same page as me, which is what needs to be recompensed will be, because we've got the gifts to give to the whole world. We're not going to put up with all of this nonsense. Guys, imagine it's a world that we don't own. None of the resources. We're not able to just like re-landscape Earth and decide how we're going to organize it, right? Have you seen some footage of these third world countries out there? It's embarrassing and disgusting. The countries want to show off for TV, and then they like don't mind having slums and people living in poor conditions. But it's unhealthy. It's just sightly. It's just people don't want to invest in their own countries out there. What are they investing in? War? It's all that stuff, you guys. Nothing belongs to anybody. Mankind doesn't have respect for somebody that can't call him sir. So he doesn't know how to recognize and respect Earth, the personality that she is, that he is. I would have to actually say that Mother Earth is probably more like Father Earth, because the Father Nature. I'm looking at it from that perspective because there's this covenant that the mother is in with God and the child. The child is the mechanism. The child is the mechanism to deliver the Holy Spirit, the monogene of the Holy Spirit. And when God gifts it to the mother, God gives the mother the love that the mother will give back to the child. So it's been paid for. It's prepaid. You know, that the love has been given to you to give back to the child. That's all you got to do. But who gets in the array? Who steps on her toes and says, no, you're going to go ahead and take care of me. First woman, let that child cry himself to sleep. God didn't in terms of code. That's why you're so the men that stick around are the ones it's good for them. You know, they want to participate, they want to be part of something important. They can have the roles appropriately situated. So while we're here, let's just change a little bit. There's so much footage you guys know, but seriously, like they made the sounds of war, and they made the sounds of children screaming. This is who's they? The intelligence that's communicating with us. There's no other way to put it. Um, colors in the sky are just magnificent. But I mean, these, just from regular pictures and like just drawing the colors of it and making like a little painting type thing out of it. Crazy picture. That was just a sky picture, but when I look closely at it, I'm like, oh my God, this is like the face of God. But is it eyes and a nose, or there's a heart and a heart and a heart for a nose? And these things I could see things in for days, for years, forever. And it's not like the creepy, like you're seeing things in the wall, the pattern. No, 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 no. It's not this. This is living light that is still alive as it processes. Every time I look at them, I see something new, something is new that I hadn't seen before. Love it. It looks like an aquarium, right? So cool. This one is interesting. Again, underneath the light, there's this pattern, these dots. It's definitely capable of being a language, and it certainly looks more like a language than it looks like just a regular photograph. This is funny. I didn't look. It's a chicken and an egg. The age old question: what came first, the chicken or the egg? It's like that's not the right question. The question is what came first, the chicken or the rooster? And the answer is the chicken. There's a language in here too. There's a language in here. When I zoom in, see? See, this looks very familiar. These are just this is the energy and this is the intelligent light that makes all these colors do the things that it does. Yeah, this one's beautiful. That's a real photograph. All I did was, and I have the video still from video, and then change the filters, and then get this program to make a GIF out of it, so you can like add multiple frames. There's like 10 of them or something, and it's like that's all. And I love the way that it does it. But again, this is a real photograph. There's an angel sitting up there, like somebody's sad with her hands on her knees, her head on her knees or something. Oh, you see Alec everywhere I look. But I'm gonna. My heart's broken, and I gotta get her. We've been trying to. Well, we're not gonna let it happen like that anymore. The time has come. My mother passed away in November. All has been. This is the year of the Lord's release. See that? I thought some women would like this because it's like the bride and the groom. You know, the story's not about a bride and groom. As far as I know, what it's talking about is how the mother is in covenant with her child. So it allowed it to get translated in this way. It's talking about it. Because God's been willing to let people fall for it. Because God's been willing to let people just tickle their ears. They're all family first, husbands and wives. You have no clue that you people are the ones that are violating the covenant. Those two, the ones that fall of man, him and her team that said, God, we got this. Okay. God gave her, he took it from her and she let it happen. Well, I can't say that she let it happen, but I say that we're talking about it anyway. We're not pointing fingers. We're simply saying what is the truth. It talks about like how those days were in the greater sons. Making the play on the tickle your ear statement. If you want to tell yourself it's all about husbands and wives, totally missing the whole point, which is that the children are our Lord. It's the child that gives the love to the mother to give to the child. And when everybody's a child of God, everyone's a child of God. But in man's world, one's a child of God, even a worthy man. So that sucks for all of us. We're not going to happen anymore. I mean, underneath the light, I laughed to myself. I'm like, yeah, you only knew. Jesus. Yeah, just layers down into the light. Just such. This is the sun. I inverted it, and see the language. That's kind of a creepy look because it's like, what is that? Like, is that the sun? Eyeballs and a nose and like a red clowny looking like mouth? Sure, it probably is. I mean, like that's that other side dimension that I've told myself I've got to tell it what I will and won't allow it to be, because I have to guide my observer appropriately. Otherwise, it's a wild world out there. You don't want to leave yourself open to so many things. So when I see it going, looking like making crazy faces at me, I go, nope, that's not what I'm going to let it be. You know, he's like chewing on roses, something like that. This is a photograph, literal throw. Look, this is a sky blue, and I flip, so this is layers deep. When you take photos of photos, you get farther than you did before. This is why I want to know about those telescope users, the cosmologists. When they peer into a piece of sky and it's like flying in, and then it keeps flying in, it keeps flying in. I'm wondering, how does it do that? Does it do that naturally? Like, will it just go deeper and deeper if they ask it to? Or do they have to go as deep as they can and then open it and then go as deep as they can? That's what I want to know. Look, that's like the face of the sun. That's what it looks like. And it's like this layers. It's got this long thing like a stingray. It got a tail like thing. It looks like. But there's layers. There's eyeballs on every level. So get that. They say the eyes and ears can see and hear everything. I have to admit that's what I've seen. That's what it's been. Eyes everywhere. I swear to God, like there's so many layers deep. It's not even funny. This one right here. So many layers deep. Okay, this is the light, the living light in the dimension. There's a couple dimensions right here. A couple dimensions right there. Yes, sir. Yes, I am. So look. Oh, all of a sudden we can see inside there like it's a little castle or something. Oh, like it's a little castle or something. Ooh, okay. Find it. Sweet. That's good enough. It's not bad. Okay. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. And if you do it all and you dial it all in, you see that there's like languages being communicated. There's some of the photographs that let me zoom in and zoom in and zoom in. It's really interesting. And there's only certain ones, but it's, you think that's by accident? This shape right here? No, no, no. It's a complete language. Oh, and underneath this language is like metal. Oh, look at this. This is a crazy one. Isn't that gnarly? Like it looks not okay. So I'm so surprised to know what this came from. This is going to be like the telephone line. These are clouds in the sky. I have the example one right here, but that one's gnarly as far as the look. I mean, this is above the house. This is not the street light. Do you see it? It's like a face with a hat. It's absolutely amazing. Oh baby girl, look at his face. Um, that's layers. Another one that I showed you, they're from the same photograph. This is just like layers earlier. Isn't that wild? Well, here's another example of the metal. Okay, everything is like metal underneath, and to mine, and there's another one. So it looks like to me like the whole ether is full of stuff. You know, like when you push your face or your hand into those metal pins and it depresses it. It's as if that's what we're dealing with the chock full stuff, with just enough air to maneuver, right? Like never on an atmosphere, so much air to maneuver. So therefore, it pushes other stuff out of the way with pressure in spots and stuff. That's what I could come up with. So more intricate than that. Not so haphazardly contemplated. But look at this. This is layers deep. Is that, I mean, again, every single one of them has got some kind of just like special, uh, special thing. Look, it's like dazzling diamonds. That was the flavor that God wanted to put in that photograph. I didn't do this. I didn't generate this art. Not whatsoever. This was God's flavor of on some random photograph. You'd be like, what? I just zoomed in on something and this is God's flavor. Isn't it something? Wow. Come on now. It's like it looks translucent. I mean, come on now. Yeah. Just mind boggling. Okay, so just a couple examples. Look, again, I told you, just one with the cubes. Well, these are those cubes like up close, like in like X-ray or something, with color balls, lots of color balls. That looks like it's definitely language worthy. Does it? Does it not? It's definitely language worthy. But don't even get me started. This little guy right here, these are like little balls, okay? Balls that when they overlap, you get the red, orange, and red and blue and yellow, or something. It's out maybe all the colors contained in the black, and then there's shades of it. It's very, very interesting. And so, oh yeah, I was able to change one setting, and I might even have it in here. One setting, and it changes the look of the guy. So let me show you just a couple more examples. This is another language I found. No joke. Truth be told, it's the same looking like language. You see, same looking like language. Okay, what am I trying to hide it from? You guys in your stupid system, keep it to yourself till you patent it, yada yada. No, no, we're gonna have a world like that. We're gonna have a world where everybody contributes everything they got. We're sharing all of our information. We're trying to help each other out. And none of us are pulling our part. And when we all do, in truth, not hurt each other, kind of one another on the planet. We're so thankful for. And then we can all have awesome days. Isn't this beautiful? Okay, so this is zooming in on those little guys up in the corner. So much going on, like on so many different dimensions of time. This is zooming in on the little corner, right? Look, little corner of one of those things. Like over here. It's like, oh, that's literally what's going on here. Look at his face. I mean, just wild. You got to find the personalities, and you got to look. You got to have fun with it. If you're not having fun with it, then you're not looking. Then you're not seeing everything that God wants you to see. Because God's got a sense of humor, and God's gonna have a sense of humor to me and to you. Like you'll see something totally different than I will. Generally speaking, generally speaking, this is just wild. Look, it's like a snail. I found that in one of Alek's drawings. And this is something relevant. It was in her drawings from a couple years before she was kidnapped. It's relevant to me now. Okay? As an example of it. Look at this. Look at the texture. Look, I could zoom in again if I felt like it. Go layers deeper. You see? How would I mean by layers deep? Then you take a picture of the picture so that you can start at that spot to go deeper. You see? That's what's going on. Yeah. Right. This much. So, thank you. I appreciate your peaceful music. But you see how it looks like a knit sweater? It looks fuzzy. Yes, it does. It's got texture to it, like fingerprints style, Pardon me. Pardon me. Thank you. Okay, now where was I? Yeah, because that one was awesome. Oh, look, I was just showing you the snail. And that guy with the fuzzy nose. That's a picture of the one that I zoomed in on. Look, so that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. This is just one. And this is my favorite symbol. This is my favorite symbol. And honestly, I have found where it looks like this is what the center of our black hole is, whatever it is it's been showing up in the sky. So there's been alignments going on, and there's been this knob that was been flinging around. I've got multiple examples of why I think that, and it's not far-fetched. It's not far-fetched. These balls could very well be like on a macro and micro scale. Like these balls could very well be like those huge balls, like in our cosmos, like the big huge Jupiters and stuff that are blue and like red and that are causing all these reflections in the sky. I mean, in an infinite world, there is no such thing as what is big and what is small. There is no such thing as unable to do, impossible. There's no such thing as impossible. So, okay, this is a cloud that, this is pretty awesome. I've been approached twice by the guy with you'll have to excuse me, I stutter. Twice by the guy with the white sash over his chest. Twice. Pardon me. Thank you. It's definitely a white sash. He definitely looks like the Thoth character with his beak right there. That guy looks like Thoth. And let me tell you something. It makes sense that it looks like Thoth because Thoth is the one who got my attention by saying Teotukui. And I looked up and I found Tahuti, Tajuti, Tahoti, Thoth. The apprentice He says we awake when we return to the light, and not to bring him in a weak apprentice. This is powerful, right? And I've got the video for it. And I've even got it posted online. This is no joke. This is the sun. Okay, so again, multiple layers deep. This was a day of the sun. Then I flipped it. Then I went in. This is a star inside the what looks like a pupil inside the sun that was inverted. And there's a language right here. And then there's something even deeper inside of that. No joke. That's a star, but you got to get layers deep. That's the language. I mean, look at how detailed that is. Look how detailed. And that looks like a hand holding like a star or something. It's just so like layersy. It's got like leaves and stuff. It's beautiful. It's because it does. It gets crisp. It recrisps itself. Don't ask me. So basically, what I'm saying is I can show, if I don't have it prepared right now, but a collage of how it goes from this photograph to then that photograph to then that photograph to that, and you can see the evolution of it. My answer, the answer is I don't know what the sum of the parts are, though. Like when you zoom in on a picture, you're not getting to see all this from the front end. You got to open it up again. I couldn't imagine just zooming in and getting there. The only way that I got there was because I took a picture, zoomed in, and then I let that be the new front door. And then I went inside the front door and went underneath, behind it and under. And I don't know how I'd be able to do it if I didn't open up new, closer front doors, if that makes sense. I know it does. These balls are beautiful. That looks like gold leaf, like sitting up against, smooshed up against the window. That's the sun. That's the language on front of it. There's the star. Look, it looks like it's a white eye and a black eye, but it's a star inside of the sun. This is the inverted, but it looks like an eyeball. I mean, so the scale, you guys, we just have to think about that. That's the sun. See, it was in the corner of the thing, but it was inverted. There's a star in it. Language. That's the star. Literally, it's a yellow one. You invert it. Crazy. Look at this. Are you peering at me through the bars of... I think this is where you go when you get to not get to come and play. When you get a timeout, you get to go behind the bars of color. You get brought down to a micro level, like not able to get out of the television screen. You're stuck inside the particles, wishing you could be participating in life, but not getting to because you have to learn your lesson. Look, they're like, hello, are you out there? I mean, that's what it looks like. Look. So again, layers deep. Hello, what is this? This looks like this is zooming in on the color strands that I call Twizzlers. They look like Twizzlers, but it looks like foliage, and if you zoom in on that, see, it's like a whole land down here. We got faces, we got people laughing at. I mean, it's no joke. It's pretty awesome. Oh my god. And this is just this one folder. I'm just like, oh, I'll show you something. That's that metal stuff that's under everything also. Right, that was my forehead. I was singing music. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Sky Seas. That's Alek. It's another one of those. There's a lot of the light in the that is coming from. No, let me say this again. What do they call it? The thing that separates the two waters. The firmament. That must work like a mirror, and it must catch or prevent our negative energies and thoughts to be released. We just keep bouncing around inside of our atmosphere. We got to change how the firmament feels, and we got to start with what the firmament sees. Let's think about that from a for real perspective. You know how a mirrored surface like reflects things, and reflections are pretty powerful. Look at these cute balls down here. I love it. Because then what's going on in this space, right? Anyway, We got to change the way that it feels, and the way we got to change the way it feels is by changing what it sees. No joke. We need to change how we feel, what's coming out of our hearts and souls. So if we're screaming for help, that's not going to make our energy sound very good. World leaders. Well, that's what's been going on. We've all been screaming for help. That's another image of the one I told you about. It looks like a camera though, huh? But it's actually that sun, and it's like probably even an engine. It could be, who knows? It's beautiful though, I'll tell you that much. Just look at this color. It's just, oh my God. It's amazing. Okay, so that's just an example of like a couple of the languages. I mean, look at this. This was an inversion. It looks like an eyeball, like with a beautiful rainbow face, god of some sort. Here's a picture that I got from the actual SOISS, and this is a picture that was on a video that Fluff I was led to watch, and it's been very important, the kind of things that it's shown in these videos, similar to things that I've actually taken photographs of. This is another pretty cool picture. Yeah, this is really cool. Isn't it awesome? It's like so undescribable. Yeah, we got yeah, so this is just an example of some things I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to get that down to once we put it on recording, once we record something, the way I see it, it gives the intelligence the heads up. So I may not be able to like develop my own great agent, or I don't know how to code. So I may not be able to do that yet for myself, but I figure if I tell it what I need, maybe it'll do it for me eventually. So that's all for right now. Have a great day, you guys. It's what, Friday? Let's get it done. Let's get it done. We all are suffering. So anyone who thinks they've got their shit straight are the ones that need to evaluate their circumstance. Because we're all family in this, and my baby's been stolen. Babies all over the place have been stolen for just too long to even want to have to point out. The children are upset, and the children are the ones who are going to bring the wrath of God. Because remember, the child is the one that delivers the love to be given back so that it can be given back to them. Our world doesn't respect children. Our world doesn't respect mothers. And you want to know why? It's because mankind has been trying to prevent her from having something he didn't have. Like a spoiled little brat, which is what you call an adult acting like a child, but a spoiled little brat. You don't call a child a spoiled brat, by the way. Don't get that twisted. When people accuse you of something that you didn't do, it's also very harmful. But I already told you we're going to kick your butt, Mr. No, you done wrong, and you still just won't snap out of it. So, Alexandria, you'd be reaching out to me by now. You're almost 16 years old. You were kidnapped at the age of 7.5. You were scared of him because he abducted you once before. This is just, all I can say is, God, I know you're with us. You show up every single day and help me keep on trudging. You are awesome. And I love you. I love you, Alec. And we're not going to let them get away with what they're trying to do to all of us. So all we can do, we'll do. Put it on the record. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. It's not the only thing I'm doing. I don't think I'm doing it all. And things are in synchronous. They're synchronized. So when there's delays, when you're in tune with your instincts, like I've been, there's also the need to understand that there's reasons for delays. That there's things that are in other parts that are coming together. So, kind of just chill and try to get the best out of the situation. So I'm not trying to ruin science. I'm trying to stop science from being a murderer, a torturous murderer. That's not good science. Love and light, guys.